to BB.
Hey y'all, and welcome to the Pull-Up Experience. Yes, you are in for another good one as always. So listen, the one who already is ringing the alarm.
I'm ready.
Be ready. We shouldn't have gave him wine, y'all. Let's see how this goes. Of course, your regular smuggler Brandon, not your average agent. Your girl Britt. But more importantly, you guys, we have yet again another beautiful,
phenomenal
entrepreneur in the city, creator of Ginger and Honey, and listen, also a mom as well, among many hats that she wears. The beautiful fashionista herself, Miss Robbie Lathan. Welcome. Welcome. We're so glad to have you.
Absolutely.
And we are enjoying while we are sipping our 2U wines.
The best wine in the city.
We can't seem to let go of the wine, even though the wine fest is over. Shoot, that don't mean we can't bust open another glass. So welcome, girl.
Welcome to the podcast, madam.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Ma'am.
So, we're here at the Pull-Up Experience. We know there's a beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Cleveland born and raised?
Yes.
Okay, so we gotta have to say a hood you're gonna represent. What hood you represent today?
Oh no. So I grew up in East Cleveland and Cleveland Heights, so I would say both of those.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's shout out to EC and shout out to EC. They had a great weekend this weekend.
They had really
y'all
great
turned
weekend.
up. I know so many people from EC.
I didn't know that many in Cleveland were from EC.
Right. Obviously, East Cleveland has a stint in Cleveland, but no, shout out to East Cleveland.
Yeah, for sure.
So growing up, let me ask you, where did the entrepreneurship spirit start? Did it start where you one of those kids with the book bag full of candy? Where you one of the kids with the bottle of water? Where did it start for you?
So to be honest, it really didn't start when I was growing up per se, just at home.
Okay.
After I graduated from Regina, I went to school in Cincinnati. I went to Xavier, and from there I moved to Atlanta. And my uncle actually had a company, so I worked with him. And then from there, I worked for a direct sales company where we went door to door selling like AT&T, Uverse, and Verizon. And then I was in like a Costco and Best Buy doing the same thing, so that I can open up pretty much my own marketing franchise.
Wow.
So that's where the bug came from. And I didn't realize how much I didn't like being told what to do. That was a huge thing, and it wasn't really not being told what to do. It was because I couldn't express my creative freedom when that's the boss's job. So you just do your portion, which is respectable. I understand it. You have your role. Everybody has their role. But I didn't like not being able to have my input and insight.
Yeah.
So from there, I moved to New York, and I had no clue where I was going to live. I literally went up there with a hope and a prayer. You heard? So literally, to open up my own marketing firm up there. So went up there, stayed with this lady in Harlem in just a bedroom. Brought a guy from one of my teams up there, and I just started from scratch. And then probably 6 months later, I sent for my sister from Atlanta up there, and that's my co-founder role. So I sent her up there, and then I just started that marketing firm. So I was in Costco and Walmart just selling cable, and that's how I learned I actually do like talking to people. Yeah, I was like, oh, I kind of like that was where I actually enjoy. Everything else was like you just got to do it to run a business, but that part I really enjoyed. And then lost that job, kind of had to close that company down, and my skin began to reflect that stress. I mean, you stand in the South Bronx, it's already stressful. Staying there, and then trying to find a job, not having a job. In New York, you can't just park anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
They take your car. They really do.
Oh, I hit. No, I ain't never been out Cleveland.
Yeah. So they took my car. So I didn't have a car.
Oh, wow.
At all. Yeah, didn't have a car. It cost like $4,000 to get it out. And my mom was like, just tell them they could just have it. I'm like, I need my car. So my skin started to reflect the turmoil that I was going through in my life. I had literally everything. I had acne, eczema. I mean, just it was terrible. Yeah. But it was like mostly internal. And when I went to the store to get some relief, like, you know, just stuff to, you know, how, so I can look presentable, it inflamed the problem. So I was going from an interview, and normally I would get off in the Bronx. So this time I just got off in Harlem, and I just started walking. So I ain't got no job. You know, where am I going to go to anyway? Got off the 5 train, and I seen this African market, and I seen they had like the shea butter. They would like scoop it. I said, oh, this is interesting. So let me just grab some shea butter, you know, some coconut oil. I didn't have any money, and they surprised me. They took cards, credit cards. So I just gave them my card, went home, and I'm not the biggest chef. I have my like select dishes. So my sister,
as do I.
Yeah, like I really, that's just, I don't shine there. But my sister, like, she used to do most of the cooking. Like, she's just good at a lot of stuff. And she seen me in the kitchen making stuff, and she's like, you know, what are you doing? Right. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't ask me, like,
you want to try to burn down the building? Is that what you're doing? But I was like making, I didn't even know what I was doing. I just knew I lost track of everything that was going on around me. And right there in that moment, I was just so happy. Just so, but I ain't had no job. I didn't know how I was going to pay the half of the rent. My car was somewhere in somebody's impound. But right there in that moment, I was happy making whatever I was making. That turned out to be a body butter. Wow. Yeah. So put that on my skin. It cleared it up. And I mean, that was really all she wrote. My sister said, well, can you make me one? Because she took the one I made. And it went to her room. She took that one, and then normally she would do a birthday every year, so all of our cousins would come from Cleveland. They'll drive to New York, and we would stuff ourselves in this little 2-bedroom apartment. It's like 20 of us, one bathroom, but it was just, you know, it's fun. All the girls, you know, so it was fun, and everybody used my body butter, and they're like, well, I want one. Can you give me 2 because you're not gonna come home? And I'm like, I just do this because I like it. I'm not really like, no, I didn't want it because I told you I don't like being told to do too much. So I was like, no, like, this is what I do to kind of blow off some steam or whatever. And they're all like, you know, I want one, keep it. So I'm making butters for my cousins. And that's kind of where I got the little bug, I guess.
You did twice for that.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Okay.
Because all right, so I want to talk about the first batch. So how did you get it to the right consistency, to the right ingredients to where it worked for you? Because I'm pretty sure the first batch was like real butter, all this other stuff like brick.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about that. And so, like, how did you find the right configuration?
So the part that I liked about that was that I was the judge of how good it was. You know, excuse me. There was nobody to say, oh, that's bad, that's this, that, and the third, because it was nobody's business. It was something that I was doing for me, and I found that I can't go in the kitchen and do something, but I was like a chef with skincare, with stuff like that. So when you say right, there was no bad batch. It was just like, okay, well, maybe I can apply this, you know, before I wash up and keep that hydration. It was just different ways of applying certain products. This is the one I used.
Okay.
So that's how I looked at it. And like I said, it was because who's gonna judge me? You know what I mean? This is really just my thing. So when you say that, I'm like, I don't think I ever had a bad batch. I just, you know,
there was no bad batch.
Yeah,
okay.
it wasn't. It was just how would you apply it to make it work? And that's how I kind of took it, like with skincare. It's like, well, it's gonna work, but you might need to apply it before the shower, after the shower. You may need to use it for 2 weeks. There's like multiple ways of doing it. So that answers your question in a long-winded way.
No, that's a perfect answer.
That is.
Thanks.
So when did we take the creativity of in the kitchen, just relieving stress and just kind of enjoying yourself? Where we take it from that phase to, maybe I should do a business out of this.
I give all that credit to my sister, to be honest. My big sister.
She was watching,
Yeah. Bro, you probably won't tell the difference between it. You like, oh, hey, Robbie. Like, well, I'm the other one. Wow. We look alike, but, you know, but yeah, she had told me she was using it. And she said, you know how many people like me, because she would have dry skin, and she was like, you know how many people would actually love to use something that's 100% natural. And what caught her by surprise is that I would be in there for hours doing it. Like, it held my attention for that long. You know, she would be going to work, and like I said, I didn't have a job. So I'm still up, you know, just making different batches. Oh, let me do an oil or something like that. So I think she was the one who saw it first before I saw it. And she said, you know, you have something here. She said, you need to, like, get this, you need to do something with this. Yeah. And then she took the body butter back to her room. that was hers. So, yeah. So that's kind of how it got started, from just me being a creative to it being something a little more, I would say, concrete.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah. So what did those, I'm still in your question, Brandon.
No, by all means.
So what did those beginning business steps look like? Because, you know, you kind of, sometimes you stumble along the way, but how did it look like when you were first starting off business-wise?
Oh, wow. Really just posting on Facebook, like body butters, and it helps with this, that, and the third, before and after pictures.
I was gonna ask that. Okay.
Yeah, it really started that way, and like I said, my mind was not there because I didn't want to take the fun out of it. Okay. Like, even to this day, yeah, you know, you get bigger, you're in, you know, retail, and you're doing certain things. If I take the fun, this is the fun of it. If I take that core out, there is nothing left for me to do here. Yeah,
I love you how you said that.
It is nothing left. That's the fun part of me, going into the kitchen and just throwing stuff together. When if I get stressed or anything, that's where I go. But where it started was like when my uncle, my aunt, I have a lot of entrepreneurs in the family. Oh, good. So it was really just learning from them as I grew up, you know, just watching. So it's almost my default mechanism. Yeah. So it was just, okay, well, you open up a store. Okay, well, how do I do that? Well, you do it online. Okay, well, how do I do that? And me, I'm very resourcell. Okay. I think that's a part of being semi-stubborn. Like, I'm gonna find a way.
You're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure this out, you know, come hell or high water. So just figuring it out. Okay, I need pictures. And it was slow. I mean, I started in 2016, if you think about it. It's been a long time. Yeah. But, you know,
shout out to you for being consistent.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I start to realize it's my journey. You know, you compare yourself to, because it's a lot of senior companies that are way bigger, you know, and they, since COVID, right? That's when they started. I'm like, wow, I got 5 years on you. And I used to compare, and I was like, you know what? This is my journey.
It's a journey. Right. Come on now.
Yeah, this is my journey. So.
So.
So yeah, that's where it came from. I hope I answered the question.
For sure, okay. Definitely.
Yeah.
You better than me. I've been out on the corner with my jacket, like I got this and this. I got what you want. Right. So I have a question. So I know you said previous experience of that you had, you were in marketing. Did that skills help you better promote your business when you started your own, or was it like, no, I got to start from scratch?
Hindsight is 2020. I can say yes now. At the time, you don't know you're using certain skills. You know.
Shout jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I would say yes because I got to learn how to talk to people, and I understood I actually like doing this. You know, like before it was, you know, I'm not shy, but I really don't. I don't want to talk to people about certain things. But doing that, I mean, you're pitching people in New York, Manhattan, the Bronx. They don't have time to hear what you're saying, and it's thousands coming in, and you have to eat. Yeah. So I learned how to talk to people and, you know, learn like certain buy-in signs. And now pop-ups are my favorite thing. That's the fun part for me. Pop-ups, creating the product, because I get to actually just talk to people, you know? So I would say I use a lot of just the marketing aspect as far as face-to-face, you know, actually listening to understand and not respond, because a lot of salespeople do that, you know.
They do.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good, Robbie. They're gonna ask you what advice you give to a person who's trying to make a sale for a product, but don't have the sales background.
Listen. We don't listen to each other anymore.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
We want to respond. We want to talk. We want to do this, that, and the third, but we don't take the time to listen, because if you listen long enough, people will tell you exactly what they want.
Yeah.
They sure will.
So I would say just listening to people, and then being okay with the fact that your product might not be right for them right now. You know, It might be later. It might be, at some other point, but it might be right, but just not right now.
Not right now. Ooh.
And that's okay, because it's a thing called law of averages. You talk to enough people,
Come on now, Robbie.
Yeah. So that's really what I took away from that marketing firm that I used to. That training was amazing. I don't think I would have gotten Ginger and Honey to this point without being there first. Wow. I'm not gonna lie.
So kiddos, don't take that job. That job is ground zero.
That's right.
Take them trainings, learn what you can, and apply it to your own business.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that being said, how the name Ginger and Honey come to be? Because I don't know about you. When we thought about this podcast name, I went through 20 million iterations. Well, now how did the name came to be?
So it was originally under Herlique, which is a family name. My father's side is from Louisiana, and they're Louisiana Creole. So it was really just the French name. So I said, okay, let's just bring that over. It's cute. It's a staple. But then after I got pregnant with my daughter, and I told my sister, I said, I need some help with this. I said, you're the one who told me to do it,
Oh, you get them. There you go.
Right. So she's more of the spicy person. So she's the ginger, and then she's the oldest. So ginger, and then I'm really sweet. Although she's actually sweeter than me, to be honest. She don't want nobody to know. I'm gonna tell y'all. My sister she's incredible. She's very sweet, but I got the honey part because I'm sweet too. Okay. I'm not as gingery, but So it really just came from that. And then I started to use those products during that time when I was pregnant with Ali. So those helped me with, stomach and just everything.
Yeah.
So I said, what about ginger and honey? It was going to be like Bubbles and something because my sister's nickname is Bubbles.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, let's do Bubbles. And she said, that's just, I don't know. And then it just came about and I stuck to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry it's not deeper than that.
No, that's dope.
It still came from somewhere and it still has meaning because like you said, it's both of you guys collectively together.
Yes.
So it's genius.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
So look, I would have put names in the hat. That's it.
Yeah, that would have been more easier because it took a while. But I got a good 9 months, so we'll figure it out at some point.
That's true.
Yeah.
There we go. So let me ask you this: with that being said, in a world where I remember I was in the grocery store, right, and I was reading literally the ingredients on packaging, and I'm telling you, it was 40 things on there, and I was just trying to get a thing of cheese, right? And I'm like, that's crazy. And more and more you read about all these preservatives, all these additives that are put into the ingredients. Why do you feel like in 2024 people are more prone to go natural or get natural products versus going the artificial route?
To be honest, I feel like people are just being more conscious of what they're putting in their bodies, on their bodies, in their air. Even you when you go out and you hang out with people, it's like-minded individuals, right? Yeah. So if you take that on a smaller scale, it's what I eat, what I drink, it's just a different mindset. So I would feel like people are actually just drifting towards more organic and wellness. We're just conscious of it now a little more, and we're intentional about what we put on our skin, what we put in our bodies. So that's just and I'm not sure if COVID was I'm not sure where it came from, but it's exciting to see that growth. That we're actually just not being
being fed
it is what it is. I'm here, what I mean. We're actually making a conscious effort to use better ingredients, something that because your skin is natural, right? So you need some natural ingredients to go along with it. No, it might not work as fast as a factory synthetic, this and the third. They're designed to give you fast, quick results, but what about the damage underneath? Did you ask that? Yeah, you look good for the club or whatever you wanted to do that next day, but long term, we want to look good long term. So that's what we're playing, that long term game.
That's right.
I like that idea. Play a long game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tagline. No, that's dope.
So what's some things that you learned, because I know you're start off with, the marketing skill set. And as you go along in your business, what's some additional skills that you've learned along the way in the realm of business and having your own business?
Oh wow, what happened? I mean, so we have all day.
I mean, sure.
I've learned so much. I've actually gotten my certification in like web design because it was so expensive to get. I was like, and I get bored. Like in my house, like I'm changing furniture around on a Tuesday. It's like, what are you doing? I do the same thing with my website. I need to let's switch it up. Do the same thing with skincare. I have to have a new type of project because that's when my creativity starts to flow. So I would say really just getting a certification.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, well, excuse me, I need to maintain this. And until I can pay somebody who is passionate about that, right? Because they're going to do it right if they're passionate about it. I need to know how to do it myself. So it was that. I just did Jumpstart.
Okay.
Oh, shout out Jumpstart.
Yes, Jumpstart. When I told myself going in, I said, even if I don't win, I need to learn these 3 things. And I came out with learning 5 things.
Wow.
Jumpstart is amazing. I mean, financials, marketing, funnel. I mean, everything that I wouldn't say clueless about, but it was just like I'm beating myself against a wall.
Wow.
Because I don't know how to package and bottle my product. Literally. I mean, I can put it, and sit on the shelf, but when people look at the brand, they're like, well, who's behind it? You buy that, right?
Yeah, come on now.
I mean, we buy this because we know who's behind the brand. I didn't know
the narrative we create behind the brand.
That's what sells it, right?
That's true.
And I didn't know how to package it. I just didn't know. I knew what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Jumpstart helped me package it. Yeah. Wow. So I would say I learned a lot from just Jumpstart, and then just being around like-minded individuals. Pink and Black experience. You just won. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, or not experience, honors. Pink and Black honors. So just listening to your stories, and then following people on Instagram, and then just listen to everybody's stories. You learn a lot if you stop talking. You just listen. Learn just so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Overall.
That's good right there.
That is good. Now, do you have any mentors along the way that you've maybe encountered or got familiar with down the road in your business that have helped with Ginger and Honey?
Yes, Amira.
That's Amira.
Yeah, she's
gang.
She don't know she's my mentor, but I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
She is she's really gotten me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the networker of all networkers.
She is. She's got me out because I'm at home. I got about 150 robes because I just like to be at home. It's just a comfort thing.
I'm about to spit up my wine.
Serious. Just walk. That's just
different occasions, right?
Yeah, right. To be in the house. Like she said, that's backwards. You need to get out. So she's been getting me out this summer.
Yeah.
So I would say her just getting me, more so out. Camille, she's my mentor from Jumpstart.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's a great mentor. I mean, she is patient. She's just encouraged. I've never heard her say nothing negative. I'll tell her about my pictures. So can you tell me, how I can make it a little bit better? And she said, "You are doing just so great." Like
that's on Camille
there
too.
is nothing. It's never it's really not. So those 2 right now are my biggest mentors, and then just people in the Pink and Black honors. To Nora. I mean, everybody I meet, I feel like they mentor in some way. Mentoring doesn't have to be something consistent. It could be something they quoted, something that they said. It can be their story.
Now that's a clip right there.
That is
that's real.
Serious, and it's just their stories are mentorship enough for just small key areas. But sometimes that's all you need.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
that's good right there. People think mentorship is this long year on span, like you said, that in that moment, like Dave Shannon. I told Dave Shannon, you my mentor, right? He's like, how? I'm like, bro, because I've been watching you since day one and whatnot, and I've seen how you move, and I've implemented some of the things you did, and I had to go pay for mentorship to be mentored by you.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So no, shout out to the mentors who don't even know the mentors out there. Okay.
Yeah, making a difference.
Making a difference.
Yeah.
So let's talk about expansion, okay? Because I know you got so as of right now we have the butter, right? Shea butter. What are we talking about? We talking about some I apologize, ladies. I am not familiar with
the cleansers.
the
So wait, Actually, that brings up a good question because sometimes when you have like the skincare line, it sometimes ventures off into more of makeup and going in that way. So that way you can still feel pretty, but it can be still not so harsh on your skin. Has that been like a thought process for you?
I would say makeup, no, but we have added more collections. So we got an entire men's collection.
Oh,
you got any ambassadors?
Yeah. Hey, we have beard oil. So I mean, just the a lot of men are just simple, like just give this simple. They don't want. And I tried to do like toners and all this other stuff for men, but they're like, yo. We just
want the beard.
Just,
you got oil that can make beards connect. You got to kill the game.
I use the beard oil in my hair.
Okay.
It's really the beard oil is good. That's one of our best sellers for men.
Come on now.
Yeah. So
you want your beard connect.
Yes. Gotta get the beard oil. So we have a men's collection. We have this collection called the Bear Honey collection.
Ooh.
And it's literally meant for you to want to go bare. And I really
that's dope.
Okay.
It's literally bare. And it's like a cleanser, you have a toner, you have a day cream and a night cream.
Yeah.
And it was because, and I mentioned to you earlier, like I'm tired of going out the house looking like a construction worker. But I don't want to.
She said that.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to have like, a whole bunch of makeup every single day.
Yeah,
I'm taking my daughter, to certain things. So I want to feel better just in my skin. Like I just want to go. And I want that to be okay. So that's where Bare Honey is like, you can completely go bare just with your natural skin. You can glow. And that's one of our other collections. It's doing really, really well, especially in Ohio City.
Come on now. Shout out to expansion and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with that being said, what we feel like the biggest misconceptions people have when it comes to creating your own product? Because shout out to Nakia, I've seen her bottle the wine. I've seen her put labels on. I've seen her do all that. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people think it's just an easy product. I've literally seen her, I'm like, you do this for real. Mm-hmm. Talk about the misconceptions people have about that. Because they think it's just somehow it magically is put in the product is in there and is on the shelf at the store.
No, it's not that easy. You have to, like, I'm sure you watched her do it and you've seen, like, there's a passion there. Like, you have to.
Absolutely.
For you to be in business with anything, you have to have passion about one aspect of it and just take that through all of the things you don't like to do. Like, so it's not easy. It's just bottling. You have to come up, like with me, I do my own formulations. So I don't use any like script or any base because the fun in it is making those mistakes. It's getting the consistency not quite right. That's I enjoy messing it up because then when I get it right, I'm like,
Robbie, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm dancing in the kitchen. Ali's looking at me like I've lost my mind. So like that's the fun of it. When it's creating the formulations, then you have to I create my own labels. So doing that and making sure the labels, you can read them. Okay, so what do we put on the labels? Okay, you have to put this, that whole creative aspect of it.
Yeah.
That's my heart and soul there. Like I love actually doing that. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's easy unless you have a passion for it. Once you have that passion, then it is easy because you have fun with doing it. You can stay up all night to do it.
Shout out.
Yeah. So I would say that again. I hope I answered the question.
No, that's perfect because like. People like after 253 episodes, 253. I will be up. Steve remember back in the day, I'd be up to 2 a.m. doing this joint, editing. I'm like, I get sleep, right? But I have fun doing it though.
Right. Yeah.
And like it's like you said, the mistakes. I look back like, oh my god, I let that go, But it's like you looking like that's fun to me or whatnot.
Exactly. So,
yeah. Shout out to entrepreneurs who are being creative and also loving the mistakes that they're going on the way.
That's true. That's important.
So tell us, because we also know that you are a girl mom on top of an entrepreneur. So what is it, mompreneur?
Yes, mompreneur.
So how do you find balance, or are you still figuring that out as you go along as well?
Yeah, we just figured it out day by day. Yeah, it's again, I'm still figuring it out. Especially because now she's not in daycare. I homeschool her. So it's now, making sure she has a schedule because, kids just need consistency in a schedule. She can't go off of my schedule because it's all over the place. So, having that schedule for her. So normally I'll try to get up as early as possible, 4-ish, and I'll work until around 8 and do breakfast and then get her up so that we can do school and stuff. And then I'm chiming in on emails and stuff. So I found that works the best because no one's up at that time.
Yeah.
It's quiet. I can pray, I can read, I can schedule that's like my me time and my work time.
Come on now.
So that works, but again, it's not always perfect. I mean, Dave, sometimes I'm like, I'm not getting up. I'm tired. Like I'm
not getting up. I love being authentically you and being genuine, because most entrepreneurs, I hate the entrepreneur. I'm up at 4 a.m. and I've already brought 6 properties, or come on, dude, seriously?
No.
Seriously?
No. I say I'm not getting up, and I put on one of those little robes, go back to sleep.
There you go.
Yeah, because it's just, that's just the reality of it. Being a single mom and homeschooling. It's not like I have 8 hours after I send her off to school where it's just, free time. But just going day by day, like this is my default schedule. But again, having a child, it's like, you kind of have to go through what she's doing. Then she's doing, sports, and then she wants to do swimming. So it's like now I'm adding things onto my plate, but it's like this is what it is. Find it fun. That's what you have to do, or be stressed out. You find it fun. So I have a good time, like just getting up, having my me time, and getting it out the way because I know she's gonna take the rest of the day.
No, shout out to you. So let me ask you this: what keeps you motivated though? Because like you said, the days we don't feel like doing anything, because everyone is assuming entrepreneurship is just this thing that we are go getters. There's not a question of that. But like I said, some days where you don't feel like doing it. But what keeps you going after the moment where you like, I don't feel like doing anything?
Right. Well, some days, I'm being honest, I won't do it because I won't do it right. Yeah.
That's so real. That is so real.
I'm so serious. If it can be put on hold for 24 hours, I will push it on hold for 24 hours because mentally, I'm not there. If I have a call and I'm like, hey, can we, reschedule this call because of whatever reason? It's best because remember, you bring your energy to people. Why ruin your day? Because I woke up at 4 and I'm tired, and somebody knocked over a candle. Why ruin anybody else's day? And I know mentally I'm just not there. If I can put it off, I will. If not, then I just pray about it and say whatever happens. It's not their fault that whatever happened. So you just have to make the best of it.
Ooh, that's so good.
So I would say that keeps me motivated, and then I have a little one watching every move I make. So I have to be real careful about just how I move overall. I'm not going to be perfect. I don't want her to see her mom as like, she's perfect. She does everything right. I want her to see me make mistakes. But I want her to see me come back from them. I want her to see me be kind to myself because we're not very nice to ourselves half the time. Yeah. So that's a big one for me.
That's so good. I know a lot of parents and entrepreneurs don't everybody see them as infallible, right? No, we're not. And I hate social media because it makes it look like this highlight reel of everything going perfectly. I think a little while back my computer crashed and I was so pissed that everything was on there, right? And you want to talk about a deep depression? I had a quick 48 hours. What 24 means 48 hours or whatnot. Look, I was able to get it up, but that everyone just assumes everything goes great in entrepreneurship when it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I love you being authentically you, Robbie, by the way.
Thank you. You guys make it easy. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the wine too.
It was great choice. It was.
So with that being said, we talk about the past, talk about the present, talk about the future, Robbie. What does future hold for you and for Ginger and Honey?
Only God knows.
Oh.
That is the truth, but to be honest, just continue to grow. And I really want to make sure that I keep the foundation of that creative freedom with Ginger and Honey, because that's the foundation. Without that, it just falls. It doesn't have a leg to stand on. So I would say continue expansion.
Come on.
Getting into additional retailers, doing just larger contracts with certain retailers and potential collaborations. So I would say just continue to grow on my journey and not comparing my journey to, the journey of whoever is next door.
No, that's good right there.
That is good.
let me ask you this. With that being said, how, let's say I want to approach a retailer, how would you go about? And it was, I want to bring my product to your store. Like, what is there a certain way I should go about that?
Yeah. Yeah, there's multiple ways. Word of mouth, being connected with people. There's certain ways. I'm still figuring out what the best mode of transportation is to get into refills. But the ones that I have either come to me or I've been connected in one way, shape, form of the other. But just saying, you can never go wrong with word of mouth. They say it's not what you know, it's who you know, and that's a golden rule there. For a very good reason. So I would say just continue to network. You have to get out the house. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Thanks to Amira, she got me out that house. I can tell you that. So you have to get out the house and network with people, especially like-minded people.
Yeah.
And just keep trying, reaching out. Just calling. Drop your stuff off at. There's no wrong way, in my opinion. To go about it, especially if you're doing it with your heart. You know what I mean?
Right with the gems tonight, though, man. I don't know why you worried.
She was like, I hope you get to light that thing up.
Yeah.
We have, and he has.
Told you it's not my favorite thing, but
hey, listen, you're doing a great
job. You guys
job,
make it easy.
Listen,
thank you.
It's the wine.
Good. I know, right? It's a great choice of wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to the kids. Yes. To the wine.
Call us Drink Champs Jr. Because it's not about the wine does every single time, Right. Okay. With that being said, Robin, I want to ask you a simple question because I love them. I'm just being selfish. I believe every answer is unique and it's like a snowflake. And you guys know we started this podcast with the notion of you have been in other places. You've been in New York, you've been in Atlanta, right? Mm-hmm. And with that being said, you're Cleveland born and raised. Compare to other places. How do you feel like we should narrative that Cleveland's not a collaborative place?
Oh, wow. I would say we can change that narrative just by authentically networking with people. Mm-hmm. And then to me, and this is something I had to learn personally, I don't have any competition.
Ooh,
I only have like potential business partners, sometimes I intentionally won't put certain things in a lot of the retailers because of Clevelanders in there with that same thing, and I want you to go there and say, I got to get both. I can't get one or the other.
Come on,
so it's an intentional thing. It's not going to stop my creativity because I'm going to make the product. I might sell it somewhere else, but that type of thing, I can say it's vibrant in a lot of different areas. Everybody's always competing, but if you can intentionally say, well, if they're doing this and we're next to each other, I can do this, and that way they have to get both. I think that's just my mindset. Yeah. It's an intentional mindset because we're all Clevelanders. Like, we're all gonna eat.
Come on. Now.
So I would say just knowing that your competition one is you, who you were yesterday. Yeah. You have to keep that in mind. You keep looking over the fence. They ain't worried about you.
They ain't worried about you.
They ain't worried about you. Worry about yourself and continue to be who you were the day before. And then intentionally know, like, okay, if I'm in space, I'm not saying everybody has to do it. I get it. Like, everybody can sell whatever they want to do, but I intentionally don't do certain things in certain stores because someone else is doing it, and I master in other products. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you go and you shop, and you're like, okay, I have to get both. I can't pick between. That's what I want you to do.
So get both. That's
both. Yeah.
Well, that was a great answer.
Yeah,
by the way, Robin.
Thanks.
With that being said, who you like to collaborate in the future? What entity, what corporation, or what person in particular? Talk to you, Rihanna, because I know you watch. Who you like to collaborate in the future with?
So, besides Rihanna, I'm a Clevelander. I would love to collaborate with the Cleveland Browns.
Ooh, and they need the beer oil.
They do. I have an entire men's line, and then every year I do a Browns themed body butter.
Ooh, okay.
So it has like the Browns like colors and everything, but it is natural and all organic. And I decorate our store in Ohio City to look like a little football field and put the little butters on it. And like I said, that's the creative in me. Like I have fun doing it. Whether I do a collaboration or not, I'm still gonna do it because it's fun. Like I enjoy arts and crafts time, so to speak. But making that like a full blown collaboration would be so exciting.
Come on now. I know Cleve Roger watching this. And with all the stuff going on Stadium, come on now. Hit up Robbie.
Yeah.
And invest in another Black great business, okay?
Yes.
100%. Yes.
Well, listen, there's no doubt that your legacy is going to be amazing because you are definitely, you're doing your thing, girl.
Absolutely.
And that mind, the way it's so creative and always going, who knows what all you're going to been, achieved over your lifetime. So kudos to you in advance.
Thank you. Thank you.
So when we speak of legacy, so two-part question to this is what would you like the legacy to be for you, Robbie, as an individual? What would you like the legacy to be for Ginger and Honey?
For me as an individual, that is a tough one.
Don't say robes.
Oh, you could do a robe line. Good idea.
A robe line.
She could do a robe line.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
I wasn't gonna say nothing yet. But,
okay.
To be honest, it would just be okay with being you. Yeah, it was a struggle for me. I think that's a good legacy. It might, I probably could have thought of a better one, but I just feel like that's
a great legacy, though.
Be okay with being you. Whoever you are or whoever you want to be. It is okay to fake it until you make it if that's who you want to be. And then as far as for Ginger and Honey, I want to leave that to my daughter for her to feel like she can be as creative and she doesn't have to do skincare because Ginger and Honey is more than just skincare. It's a lifestyle. She can branch off into anything that she wants to be, or do. Yeah, that's our slogan, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I would like to leave Ginger and Honey for her so that, like I said, she can make it and mold it to what she could do a sneaker line. It doesn't matter. But it's more so of what kind of lifestyle you want to live.
Yeah.
So I would like to leave that. And like I said, be okay with being you because I wasn't always okay with being me. I'm so silly. I told you I like the temptation. I'm goofy, right? I'm in the house laughing by myself, but I have fun, right?
Yeah.
I'm an old soul. I told you I like the Temptations. I'm a very old soul, and I wasn't okay with that being a millennial, but now I'm fine with being me.
That's right.
Yeah.
I get that.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, listen, we've had a fabulous time with you, by the way.
Thank you.
Just to get to hear your story, and it was very unique. It was very much, we did not know that you went Atlanta, New York, and all these different things that led you to this point. So that's an amazing journey. So, and I'm sure those that are watching or listening have been inspired and motivated as well. So listen, when we have to take everything that you've given us, which you've given us quite a bit, and we have to kind of bring that in and put it down to 3 takeaways that they will gather from today's episode.
So you've been dropping gems, Robbie.
Yeah, you have been dropping them. And maybe it's something that you maybe didn't get the chance to mention, but will be 3 things you would like for someone to take away today.
Wow, that's a good question. I said it before, be okay with being you. That's one thing. Another one, I think Confucius said this. If I'm wrong, you can fact check it. But those who say they can and those who say they can't are both right. That would be one thing because throughout my journey, I've said both. Yeah, and I was both right about both. If that makes sense, And then the last one, find something you love about what you do. And put that everywhere you don't want to do. Like I don't like doing marketing or emails or anything like that, but I like making the product. If you carry that same passion and love into everything, then you'll get it done. So find one thing you really love to do and just keep doing it. Don't lose the passion thinking about the money or the fame because again, I've been at this since 2016.
You have.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And it's only because I genuinely love the creative process of making the products and everything. So I would say those are the 3 takeaways.
I think those are great takeaways, actually. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, this was amazing. I mean, from start to finish. I mean, just like I said, so many gems that you gave us.
Yes,
can't wait to rewatch the episode for myself and make my little notes as well.
Thanks for having me.
Of
I really
course,
appreciate it.
In part 2, we're going to have to see in the lab with the temptation plan.
I know. I do. How you know?
I can just tell. I can tell you do this
I have that. Between that and Marvin Gaye, I'm just going, for 10 hours. Don't even know it. But yeah, that's my zone.
Come on now. Now we know. But we got to see you in action doing your thing. Okay.
Sure.
And this is, I think, the most important question in the whole interview. Where can people learn more about you? Where can they buy their product? Where can they get their robes? And get their bare essentials or whatever? Where can they learn more about you?
So you can go to www.gingerandhoney.co. You can order directly from the website. We ship. You can go to our store in Ohio City at City Goods. You can go to Fairfax Meyer. We're there. You can go to May Cleveland and Cleveland Heights. You can go to Noir Aesthetics and Wellness on Mayfield to get our products. So you can go to a few different places. Robes are coming in 2025, just so you know. But yeah,
I'll be ambassador. I'll be in the interview with robe on.
Yeah,
don't play with me.
So you can go get them in multiple places, and then if you do subscribe to our newsletter, we'll let you know when the next pop up or anything is, so you can come, meet us in person.
Okay.
Come on, awesome. So guess what? You person watching this great episode right here, right in the show notes, right below where you're watching it, right below is where you can hit the link to get all your products and then some. Okay, and learn more about Robbie here. Thanks so much, madam.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Come on now.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. This is a great episode.
Thank you.
What a way to do 253.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, we got to pay some bills. Let me start off saying this. Unfortunately, guys, we will not have an entrepreneurship game for Sweetest Day, but we got you. We're going to have Valentine's Day, okay? So, even though we canceled for Sweetest Day, we're going to have Valentine's Day. So, we're switching it. Taking the Valentine's Day. So, stay tuned for that. That's coming, more news about that soon. Robbie, if you're single, we would love to have you as a contestant. I don't feel
gave me that courage. We escaped the single thing. So we got to end and you put out. Oh my gosh.
I mean, just, no pressure, but
it's it was too much. It was no pressure.
I know I did it wrong. My bad. The wine that got me, y'all. It is what it is, though. But if you're a single entrepreneur, hit us up. We're going to have a great game where we have great entrepreneurs, finding great suitors or suettes. Or is that what he said?
I don't know.
What the wine that got me. It is what it is. But we are going to have a great time pairing entrepreneurs together, and they're just going to, get them to date. But guys, just know that's coming up soon for Valentine's Day. I'll head over to bring it now because I have too much wine.
Yeah. And speaking of wine, we had a wonderful time at the Wine and Dine Fest.
Yes, we did.
So kudos to Nakia with 2U Wines in collaboration with the Fort Bistro. Again, it was a great turnout. So many came out to support, to purchase. So many vendors there. We got the opportunity me and Steve to be able to interview with just about each and every one of them, to be honest. I don't think we missed too many of them. And if we did, we're going to make sure we get you at the next one. But just a wonderful turnout from the great music. Shout out to B Titty for the hosting. I mean, phenomenal job of hosting.
Alumni, by the way.
Yes, he's definitely alumni. You guys already know. Y'all know who he is. I'm sure you've seen him. So, just a wonderful experience overall. Great music, great fun, great weather. Lord. So we had a good time, and we are looking forward to next year. So if you missed it this year for some odd reason, make sure you tune in and meet us there next year because we're going to do it again. It's going to be bigger and better.
Bigger and better. Absolutely.
All right. And then make sure you guys tune into my podcast, Beauty Told. Again, giving you guys weekly episodes. Oh, yeah, girl. It gets me good. Giving you weekly episodes, whether it be relational topics, whether it be financial, or just overall lifestyle advice. Again, me and my guests, we will just kind of take a topic, take it and run with it. But the overall goal is we want to promote a positive change so you can learn from our mistakes and what not to do. So that way you can be a better you. So I can't wait to see you guys there.
And if you guys rock with us, then that means you rock with Beauty Told. You rock with me, okay? Also, I want to shout out to Sharita Cawthorn because Power Brand was a phenomenal event. So many great entrepreneurs, celebrities, influencers, and if anyone's doing it in Cleveland, you were in that room. Thank you for having me as a panelist to talk about podcasts, what we're doing here right now, by the way. Which, by the way, great segue, by the way. Guys, as you guys know, podcasts in the future. Before we was websites, then on social media, and I feel like I know for a fact podcasts in the future. Because how do you differentiate yourself in your industry? How do you differentiate yourself with your products? How do you differentiate yourself from just overall your business? So the podcast. It's a great way to create content. It's a great way to create new revenue streams. It's a great way to just be creative.
Yeah.
What better way to do with a podcast? And now, guys, we have the amazing team to not only help you, show you, and guide you along the way. So do me a favor, guys. We're working on one that we're going to be teaching it, but we also can do one-on-one. We also do it for you. We can do it all here at the Full Experience. We have a phenomenal team here, guys. 253 episodes. We are doing something right. So now we can help you along the way. So, guys, stay tuned for that. Did I get everything?
I think that's all right now. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Guys, next panel discussion, we're going to be talking about mental health. Yes. First week of November. First week of November, guys. We will be talking about mental health because right around the holidays, statistically speaking, we know for a fact more suicides happen during the holidays than any other time of the year. So we're going to be talking about how, as entrepreneurs, or as average everyday people, how we can navigate this thing called life and be able to have the tools in place to be able to weather the storm, yes, and get them anxieties down. Just overall, just be okay with life as a whole. So stay tuned for that. It's coming on the way. Last one of the year, by the way. Let's talk about the panel of the year, but it's gonna be a good one. So stay tuned for that. And lastly, guys, 250 episodes, guys. Come on now, roll to 300. I'm saying it now.
Yes,
I'm saying it now. Guys, we just want to thank you guys for tuning in. 7.8 million views. Come on now, that is phenomenal. 16.7 thousand subscribers and growing, and we cannot thank you guys enough because once again, you guys are showing us you guys want to hear great stories like Robbie's, and you guys are just showing out every week, so we can't thank you enough. So we don't take it for granted, nor do we want to negate the fact that we appreciate every time you guys like, share, subscribe. We can't thank you enough. So guys, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.